IKUZO.
The Last Kingdom spans over a significant period in English history. How did you approach the task of weaving Uhtred's story into this broader historical aspect? Because you always talk about small stories in big stories. And what research did you find most fascinating?
Oh, well, probably the most fascinating research was to explore the character of King Alfred. Because in many ways, the creation of England is Alfred's dream. He doesn't come anywhere close to fulfilling that dream, but he does set the conditions whereby the dream could come true over the next 40 or so years. I think no doubt it was Alfred as a character that most interested me. And because I made him someone who Uhtred doesn't much like, but respects. And I was asked about a week ago if I'd ever write another Saxon story, and I said, well, it's possible, but if I did, I'd take it back to the period before Alfred died, simply to get that tension into the story again. And I came away with an immense admiration for King Alfred, and also a feeling that I wouldn't have liked him much, which is more or less Uhtred's view. So, which is not surprising.
Yeah, he is. I don't know the name of the actor, unfortunately, but he's very. Oh yeah, he portrays him very well. You know,
David Dawson was wonderful.
Oh yeah,
really, David Dawson.
Yeah, because
and that's another.
Yeah, please go.
No, it's another joy of watching your own work on television is seeing these actors come through and take a character, as Pete Postlethwaite obviously did, as Sean did, as David Dawson did as Alfred, and in The Winter King, as Ellie James did on Nimue. I mean, it's an astonishing performance. It's just astonishing. And you look at it and you just sort of admire it. But certainly David Dawson as Alfred was wonderful, and I suspect very close to what the real king was like.
Yeah, and especially because whoever casted him probably had an eye, because he doesn't have that say macho appearance, but you have a certain respect for him immediately, because it is established that he is a very smart guy and he doesn't back on his word, which is instantly admirable.
Yes, he has authority, and I'm certain, 100% certain, that King Alfred was not a great warrior. We know he was sick through his whole life, and I mean, it was a debilitating sickness. It's been suggested it was a severe case of Crohn's disease. And we also know what he was most interested in, which is education and theology. Well, you have a sick man who at heart is a theologian and a scholar, doesn't add up to a figure like Sharpe or Uhtred. So how did he do it? Well, he did it with his brain. He was just an extraordinarily intelligent man who was faced with an intractable problem, how to get rid of the Viking invaders. And he works out how to do it. And he knows he needs men like Uhtred. He actually wrote that down. He needed men like Uhtred to do the fighting. So yes, he is a warrior king in as much as he establishes the strategy, and he's brave enough to turn out on the battlefield. But I'm pretty sure that his own men didn't let him get into the shield wall, because he wouldn't have lasted 2 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. I love how someone like Alfred the Great is actually fragile, but is actually the one who saved Saxons, or he was the first to call them Anglo-Saxons, right? And he's so fragile.
I don't know if he was the first to call them that. His idea was to unite all the parts of Britain where people spoke the English tongue, which is much the same thing. Of course, it was also vitally important to him that they all be wonderfully good Christians. This is his dream, a dream of a united country where everyone speaks the same language and worships the same God in the same way. He certainly succeeded in the first bit, but not so much in the second.
We stay genuine, uncensored, and unscripted, and we always will, as we have to order our usual. Share us and subscribe us, and stay tuned until the next Wednesday. IKUZO!